Alright guys, what's up? My name is Bianca. Thank you so much for being here. I'm actually laughing because I did a really great video on this topic just about 10 minutes ago. I was ready to edit and then I realized for some reason the video wasn't there, or half of the video wasn't there, so fantastic. But apparently this is gonna be a much better video. I'm going to affirm that this video is gonna be better than the last one, although the last one was very informative. But anyway, guys, what's up? My name is, of course, Bianca, and this is Conscious Creation with me. Firstly, you can see that we are today outside. There are a massive amount of birds on my property. I have a little bird sanctuary that I'm creating, so you're probably going to hear them. They fly in and out. They're very hungry. They're getting very fat, but just to warn you guys about the noise in the background. Second thing is that I am a manifestation coach. If we don't already know us, all of my contact information, including all those packages, are below in the description as well. Here, my email. If you do want to do any of my packages, just a quick one on that one with the DM 21 days challenge. It is definitely a course, so I work with an amount of people during 21 days, and in the first week we do the foundational work, which is like the routines and everything. So as a dancer, as somebody who has a multiple amount of business, I realize manifesting is kind of, at least for me, the same, in that we need a very strong, stable foundation. When we, for example, which we're going to talk about in today's video, I'm very excited about it. As you guys can see, we're going to talk about wavering and how we can avoid the spiral, how we can avoid the wavering to really get our desires and really like control our thoughts and not allow our thoughts to control us. But I do believe foundational routines can be something that can help, especially if you're a little bit newer to manifestation. Then in the second week, we do the conformation, or the conforming of our specific person and self-concept. And then in the third week, being a yoga teacher and somebody who's very much into like mysticism and spirituality, we do the healing modalities in there, which includes violet flame meditation, which includes inner child healing, and which also includes, I believe that forgiveness is one of the most powerful things ever. I met somebody who had been in a very long marriage for many, many years, and he said, it was a very old guy, very beautiful. He said the number one thing that can hold a couple together for all these years is learning to forgive yourself. Is learning firstly to forgive yourself. And I think that is such an important, beautiful trait to be able to do as well when you're manifesting. And things like wavering and spiraling and hating on yourself and asking the questions, is this going to work? My SP did this, whatever, can really, really bring you back to the essence of true beauty and true consciousness and true awareness. So that's just a little bit about the DM coaching, guys. But let's get into today's topic, which is wavering and spiraling. Now, I am definitely the last person through all of my years, especially, helping people with Pilates and changing up their bodies and yoga and working with a lot of like PTSD clients who have found themselves and found the essence of like breath work and coming back to a true sense of self, is that I'm the last person who is going to say, move on, who is going to say, push your thoughts and push your emotions and your feelings to the side. In fact, quite the opposite. I do believe personally that it is okay and it is important to accept situations for how they are in this moment. So if, for example, your SP is, hello, so beautiful. So beautiful. Sorry guys, if I distracted with a little bird down there. If your SP is showing you something that is undesirable, if you are on a self-concept journey and stuff is coming up and you feel these things in your body. So I know in my own life, when I get very frustrated with a situation, I actually feel very much into my body and it feels very uncomfortable. But I also come back to myself and I say that this change that is happening is for my higher self, is for my better self, is for my true self. And this is where manifesting in the sense of the small me, the little me, the ego me, and the big me, it can sometimes take a little change. And that's why I want to say, guys, if you're feeling in this moment that something is not working out, you can see it as a small transition period. And I know that for some of us, the instant manifestations come faster. A, stop comparing yourself, and realize, B, that you are on the perfect journey for you right now. This is your truth right now. You have decided to step into the realm of manifestation, which is a lifestyle choice, I believe personally, and be okay with that. Be okay with the fact that if you need to take 1, 2, 3 days to cry, to spiral, to realize that your thoughts create, and the spiraling and the wavering in itself is in fact, and I tread lightly here because I don't want to trigger anybody at all, but it is a choice as well. We remember as manifestors that our internal world, that our internal reality is the true reality, that imagination creates reality, as Nevillegoddard says. Repeat that with me. Imagination creates reality. My internal world reflects out into the reality, or into the matrix or the simulation or the 3D, and reflects and retracts back onto me. That is what this is all about. It is not about seeing is believing. It is about having that internal confidence, as I speak about in many of my videos, having that internal awareness, confidence, knowing, belief, trust, faith in believing is then seeing. And that is where I believe that the wavering that happens personally is your logical mind, A, trying to protect you, B, trying your ego, guys, in this manifestation journey, your ego is going to try to save the fuck out of you. It is going to try and bring you back into a space that feels comfortable, into a space that is your old programming. You know, so many of us are going around with our inner child wounds, which are not our faults. It is not your fault that these things happened to you when you were unconscious, like when you were smaller. But it is now time for you to change and decide, I am no longer going to be a slave to these thoughts. I am no longer going to allow my thoughts, which are useless, which are not helping me, to dictate my life, which is now, which is present moment, which is conscious, which is awareness. And I'm going to choose to create a better life for me. So I'm going to decide to stop the wavering. I'm going to maybe, and listen carefully, I'm going to maybe decide to feel the feels. I'm going to look into my emotions, if I need to sit with my emotions, if I need to talk to my emotions, if I need to hold my emotions, if I need to hold myself and tell myself it's okay, sure, please, by all means, go ahead and work through that. You know, if you need to heal, if you need to go to therapy, but come back, please, 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 and understand that you are creating your own life, period. Which means that your logical mind in manifestation, your logical mind truly holds no value. Your negative thoughts, your negative beliefs, your negative spiraling, what you're telling yourself, your SP has showed you something that you don't want to see in your reality. Okay, you feel bad, that is fine. You can't deny those feelings. You can't deny the fact that it hurts like hell. It hurts like hell when somebody ghosts you. It hurts like hell when your SP goes with another person. It hurts like hell when you get fired from your job. These things hurt, guys. These things honestly hurt. But in manifesting, what is not, let's say, okay, is to glorify your logical mind. In manifesting, it is an illogical way. It is an illogical confidence. It is an illogical way of living. It is something that people are either ready to delve into and benefit from, or it is you trying to logically move through this entirety of he did this, she did this, so I'm going to feel like this, and I'm going to tell myself. You allow your thoughts to overtake the entirety of who you are. Remember that your thoughts create. As a manifester, you now realize, you now have the power within you to realize that your thoughts are creating this entire time. So I will ask you a few questions. Are the thoughts that you're having when you're spiraling, are they benefiting you? Are the thoughts that you're having when you're spiraling, are they benefiting you? Are the thoughts that you're having when you're spiraling and your logical mind is trying to protect you, or your ego is trying to protect you, are they useful for your manifestation? Are they useful? Are your thoughts that are either unconscious and you see them now, or that you're actually creating when your SP has done something to you and you say like, oh, they're crap, I can't believe he did this, I knew this was going to happen, I'm going to go and talk to my manifestation buddy and tell her that, you know, I feel bad, that I feel like my world is crumbling down. Is this beneficial for you getting into the perfect timeline, which is your manifesting realm? Is it useful? Is it beneficial? Are you going to continue to feed your mind with those thoughts, remembering that creation starts from imagination, that imagination is creation, that your affirmations create through persistence your 3D reality? Is it beneficial? Is it useful? And do I really need this? Is this necessary? Is this spiraling and is this wavering in trying to serve my manifestation, my illogical confidence, my inner knowing, my belief systems, my faith, and my trust in that direction that I'm going, now deciding to be a manifester, deciding to be a conscious being, and having my smaller self, my ego, my thoughts, is that really going to help me get to my desired goal? Because we have to remember, we cannot serve 2, 3, 4 masters at once. We cannot be in an illogical sense of self, a bigger sense of self, and a small logical sense of self at the same time. It doesn't mash together. It doesn't work. Either you decide to continue to focus on your problems, and that is absolutely fine. It is fine to be logical. It is fine to rationalize. It is fine to, it is fine to do whatever you want over here with your thoughts and allow them to fruition, and allow yourself to keep going over here. And it is also fine to decide, I'm done with this. I'm done with, being depressed. I'm done with doing the same shit that I've been doing for my entire life, because it's obviously not working for me. So I'm going to challenge myself, and I'm going to try to persist, even if I feel bad. I'm going to look at myself in the mirror. And this is what personally I did, guys, when I was in the worst part of my life. I love myself. I truly love myself. I listed 5 to 6 different things every day, as hard as it was, that I truly loved about myself, that I truly loved about my life. The coffee that I had in the morning, the trees that stood in front of me, my friends, being able to have a shower, being able to cook a meal, and how these small little steps each and every day helped me to feel slightly better each and every day. And I persisted in that assumption until it became a dominant thought. And these thoughts over here, I hate my life, everything sucks, I want to kill myself, really. Personal story of having lost my father to suicide. I could be over there and try to make that up and try to go back to my past, or I could accept those feelings and sit with myself and really truly go through that wound and heal that wound and come out stronger and not blame myself. And that is where I say you cannot serve 2 masters. You must decide. These negative thoughts, these old stories, this spiraling, this wavering is going to A, delay my manifestation, and B, it doesn't feel good. So why am I giving it any sense of power? It's like I've given the logical thought over here, control in my mind. I've given it the remote to control everything now, which is going to continue to fruition itself out here into the universe, which doesn't feel good. And I do believe that honestly, sometimes in choosing this journey and coming into the manifesting realm requires a level of discipline, a level of strength to not see things change perhaps instantly. For some it takes a little longer, for some maybe it's more instant. You cannot judge yourself, you cannot compare yourself, or I would highly advise not to compare yourself to anybody in this journey, and decide, is this useful for me? Is this challenging? Probably. Is what I've been doing up until now been good? Has it been helping me to get into my desired reality? Most likely not. And if yes, then absolutely turn this video off, never come back, and that is okay. That is fine, because you and your reality and what you decide is ultimately your choice. It is ultimately up to you to decide in which version you're going to step into. But know that manifestation and this law that is assumption, even if you need to go back to the 101s of assumption, law of assumption, will change up your life. And have that persistence and have that strength to just turn off the logical mind. Refocus, as Joe Dispenza says, refocus and redirect. Affirm if you need to through the tears, as Sammy Ingram says. Whatever techniques works for you. I do a cord cutting when I have a negative thought and something pisses me off. I'm like, you are a manifestation coach. Everything works out in your reality, Bianca. Everything works out in your reality. You are in your desired reality, Bianca. I am in my desired reality. I am in my desired reality. As stupid as it sounds, I know that the affirmations that I tell myself and what I tell myself will continue to manifest. So I hope this video could help you in some way, shape, or form to understand that it is a simple decision to keep putting spiraling or wavering or your old stories on a bigger pedestal than your actual commitment to changing your life, which is the beauty of manifestation, of this beauty of the internal world, which is your true reality, which is your truth, in fact. And this is why I always go deep into my body when I do any of my yoga practices. I'm like, this is my truth. This is who I am. And I know that this is who I am, so I know that in my reality, everything's perfect. And I am in Beinazide reality right now. So thank you guys. Thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate every single one of you. If you're still here, you obviously love this content, so I would appreciate obviously a hit, like, share, and subscribe. And of course, we'll see us in the next video. Don't forget, members, that we're going to be having that affirmation saturation session this weekend as well. So see you guys in the next video. Until then, bye for now.